but you know you're working towards it. Now you chop it down to 3 months,
Right.
90 days to make it seem a little easier. 90 days.
Right.
You can't lock in for 90 days to get this done.
Right.
So you know that's what I more so do. So it depends on like you know when you catch me. If I'm in my 90-day mode,
Right.
no.
What's your best way to smoke? Cause I'm rolling it up. Smoke like I ain't had enough. What's your best way to smoke? Cause I'm rolling it up. Smoke like I ain't had enough.
What's up with y'all out there? This is the Best Way to Smoke podcast, and you smoking with Big J.
Surfo Jr., make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and go on and tell a friend.
Please believe, make sure you do that. And we got our special guest co-host with us again.
What's poppin', y'all? C-Pop, your professional hype woman.
AJ,
Thank you guys for tuning in. Today we have a very special guest, cannabis and streetwear brand, Train Smoke, with us. Welcome.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Yo, how you doing?
All is well.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And before we jump all the way into the show, we always do the best way to smoke tip. And when we have a guest, we ask the guest, what's your best way to smoke tip for the people?
All right, man. You got to get your organic paper.
Okay.
Stuff it, but it gotta be stuffed with Train Smoke.
That's right.
Okay.
Then you put that torch to it.
That's right.
That's right.
Torch to it.
That's right. So get that organic paper
Yes, sir.
with the Train Smoke inside.
That's right.
And then finish it off with that torch.
Man, finish it off with that torch.
With that torch.
On everything. And what's your favorite strain though, right now?
My favorite strain is the Scepter. I just dropped the Scepter strain maybe 2 months ago, and it's been going crazy.
The Scepter.
The terps on it, the taste on it, you know, and then the smooth inhale. It don't hit you. It don't hit the back of your lungs.
Yeah.
But you feel it.
Right.
Mhm.
Right. Give us the breakdown on that. Is it a
Scepter.
hybrid?
Yeah. So all of my strains are hybrids, indica dominant,
That's what I'm talking about.
because that's what the people want.
For sure.
You know,
for
they
sure.
want something that's going to slow them up, something that's going to knock them down.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I give them what they want.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good motto. You know what I
Sure.
mean? So look, tell us where you from, where you grew up at, you know, and how you began your journey into cannabis. Well, where you found your love for cannabis at.
Well, I'm from Philly.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That's
you
right.
know,
Shout out Philly.
Philadelphia, born and raised, you know. As the song go by Will Smith, you know, the playground we spent most of our days, right?
On everything.
So,
Real talk.
Cannabis started a long while ago.
Right.
But the branding just started maybe 2021 is when I
Okay.
debuted Train Smoke.
Okay.
And it's been a great journey.
Right.
Real adventurous, I would tell you.
Right. So let's take it back a little bit and let's go back to when you first tried cannabis, when you first smoked some bud. Tell us about your first time, if you can remember your first time.
He
Trying
said on the
some
playground.
Well,
Right.
you know,
Spent
for
most of
sure.
his days.
That was the kid. That was
You
a little
know?
pop shot for sure.
Right.
But it was a playground. You know
Okay.
what I mean? You know, you
On
go
everything.
outside, you go outside, hang out.
Right.
You know, that's where you're not going to be watched at, you know, especially
Right.
when you're amongst your peers.
Right.
You know, like I got this, you know, then it was the clear bags, whether it was either the nick or the dime.
Nick or the
bag,
dime,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So $6 you got right.
On
And,
everything.
you know, it might have been a cipher of four or five of y'all.
Yep.
So, you know, that was, you know, an experience, you know, I still get the same experience, which is I can't smoke.
Right.
So if I hit the L 3 to 4 times, I'm done. Like done.
It's a 3 or 4.
So,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Then, you know, sometimes like every now and again I try to hang out with people and try to kick with them, try to last, but I'm not really a smoker. Me, personally, I need a sativa.
Okay.
You know,
That's
any
right.
of these drinks I got here, I ain't fucking with them.
On everything.
They
So do you have a particular brand that you smoke of your flavors?
Well, of course, I taste them all.
Right.
But my favorite would be my original, which was Super Saiyan Goku.
Okay.
And then now, you know, like I said, I dropped a new one called Scepter. And then I did like a little mysterious pack called Smokestack. It's lightly coated with, you know, that THCA.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the taste on that is extraordinary. You know what I mean? It's mind blowing.
Right.
And they love it.
That's right.
They
That's
love it.
right.
So what would you classify as a good strain? Because I know, like, well, not to repeat the question, but like you brought up terps a couple times.
Yes.
So for your like preference in bud, like what would you say is like you're like, yes, this is it, like for me, as far as like terp wise.
Turk was, it's just got to have that candy taste,
Mm.
that lemony candy taste, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes you'll smoke some cannabis, and you'll get that taste, and sometimes you get that taste like, man, you got to put it out.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it's more so that candy taste,
Flavor.
that flavor.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. You want to chew bubble gum. You know how you chew on bubble gum, and after a while, the flavor, burns out. No, you want to keep that flavor going. Every pull got to be hitting.
On the
Okay.
real. On the real. And I
like
agree
that
with
kind
you
of
with the sativa like dominant, you know what I'm saying, and shit like that though, because I just really started fucking with the you heard of lemon drop?
Yes,
I had
sir.
the lemon drop, which is a sativa. And that shit right there, like when you doing something working, it kind of keep you going and shit though. It ain't like it sit you down and shit though to where you like, damn, I don't want to do nothing. So I definitely agree with that with the sativas and shit though. It keep a motherfucker moving. You know what I
You
mean?
need a sativa. You need a sativa. You gotta stay motivated. We working.
Yep.
Right.
I ain't got time to sit out for 30 minutes. I
Yeah.
got time to sit out for 30 seconds.
Man.
But
So
you
we need a
keep-
sativa.
On everything, yeah, because that indica, I have a nigga on the couch like,
Man, I don't know.
30 minutes, you know what I'm saying? I'll be back. Give me an hour.
I don't know.
Right.
It's like my indicas, you know what I'm saying, is my sativas. Though it's like I can't get with the sativas. Like I'm not knocking that at all. You know what I'm saying? I done taste some bomb sativas.
Right.
So,
You know what I'm saying? But it's just like the indica for me, that's what gets me to going.
That's your lane.
You know what I'm saying? Like
The
whether
circle's
I'm
a
working or
damn
whatever it may
connoisseur
be.
over
You know what I'm
there.
saying? It's like I'm finna smoke me some indica, you know what I'm saying? And I can get
But
to
do
what I'm
you
doing.
do you ever drift off with it though? Like when you smoke some indica?
What you mean drift?
Like if you doing something, maybe like drift off to something else and be like, oh shit, I was doing this.
He said he's not new
No,
to this.
not
He's
really.
true to
Yeah.
this.
No.
Circle's
got-
a
you-
damn
you
connoisseur
got a
over
lot-
there.
you got a lot of years in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a lot of years in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can say that. Yeah.
A round of applause to that.
On everything, on the real. On the real.
Motherfucker need a 401k for all of us.
Hey, that's why it's best way to smoke. Man.
That's right.
On everything. So how long you been like smoking though? Like how old were you when you first started smoking though? What age was that?
Well, I'm not a smoker, just to clear.
Okay.
I'm not a smoker. I did one dad. I'm more so a social smoker.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I don't even know how to roll. You
Okay.
get what I'm saying? But every now and again, if I'm by myself, I give me a little cone and I stuff it. So that's why I say that's
Stuff
the
the
best
cone.
way.
Yeah.
That's the best way to smoke.
Stuff with that cone.
You know what I'm saying? But I first indulged in cannabis, I say 12.
Okay.
12.
Like
and
I-
you know what that was. That was some Reggie.
Yep.
And what was it wrapped in?
It was wrapped in plastic. It came in a, one of them little
Little
plastic
nigga bag.
little bags. Well, they probably, I think it was like 125 by 125 or something like that.
The nigga back.
Nigga bag, got you right. They don't even know what that is now.
Yeah.
Shit, you can't have none of this and that.
On
Right.
What you
everything.
giving me?
On everything.
Right.
So
That's crazy. It's
12.
like if you show up with a nickel bag right now, like straight up nickel bag, you fuck around and get clowned like a mother.
Yeah,
Right.
motherfuckers gonna be
Fuck
looking
it.
like, what the fuck is that?
Shit, nigga, I got high off this back when.
Well, what kind of wrap would you do if you remember?
chocolate.
That was
Dutch.
Mhm.
Chocolate Dutchess, or was it the vanilla Dutchess, right?
the vanilla Dutchess.
It was
Tight.
them too.
East Coast shit for real.
But this was youth stuff. We ain't know no
Right.
better. We just was going off the name. Let me get that chocolate.
Yeah.
Let me get that vanilla. Cause now we putting a taste to it.
Mm-hmm.
Reggie is really, fast forward now is BS.
Mhm.
But you had that chocolate with it, you had the vanilla with it.
Give it
But
that
the
little
taste.
taste.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
So, and wow, that was a good one because that's what it was.
Yep. It was that
Gave it a
Reggie.
taste.
Yeah.
So how long has it been since you've
Good
been
old
on the
days.
West Coast?
So I can't say that I'm just West Coast, right? See, Pop, I gotta say I'm everywhere
Right.
That's
I hear
right.
that.
because I'm everywhere.
Right. I hear that.
I might be here, I might be in the A, I might be up in NY, I might be in Philly, I might be somewhere.
He said he's
That's
coast
right.
to coast, guys. Give
Yeah,
it up
we
for Train
running.
Smoke for being coast to coast,
running.
okay?
That's
Yeah.
right. That's
North,
right.
south, east, west.
Most
Just
definitely.
making that paper. That's it.
Most
That's
definitely.
it.
So we seen you at Smoking Loud.
Yes, sir.
So how was that event for you? What you felt about Smoking Loud?
Honestly, that event was great, right?
Yeah.
Cause that was one of my actually first events on that level being involved in here in Los Angeles. Like I
Right.
did many events before, like little intimate vibe type joints, but
Right.
as far as the many brands that came out,
That scale.
the amount of people that came out, you know, the networking,
Yep.
that's number one, right?
Facts.
You
Mm-hmm.
get what
Really?
I'm saying?
Facts.
Me getting a chance to be able to let you know about Train Smoke,
Yep.
you know, because you maybe not never know about it. So when I get the chance to tab in with you, like I had a chance to talk with C Pop, and you know it
Yep.
was great. But the networking and that event was like one of a kind,
Yep.
one
For
of a
sure.
kind.
For
I
sure. I
appreciate it.
definitely agree. Yep. Yep.
So look, being like not too much of a heavy smoker, why train wreck? You know what I'm saying?
Train smoke.
With
Train
a
smoke.
I mean, yeah, train smoke.
That's a strain. Train break is a strain.
That's what I was yeah.
So Train Smoke, so you know to break Train Smoke down, Train was like a nickname I had as a youth. So you know I kind of just ran with it, and then you know
Mhm.
I was dealing with the cannabis products, so I just added smoke to it. Call it Train Smoke.
Good idea.
Mhm.
Now if you look at like the font of Train Smoke, I don't know if you a big if you guys are big on anime.
Mhm.
But my favorite cartoon was Dragon Ball Z.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? That's why my number one strain is Super Saiyan Goku.
Mm-hmm.
That
Follow me?
shit sound
So
like it's gonna get you high as a
you know, I
motherfucker.
just
Right.
basically imitated they font
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
flipped it.
Yep.
And then you know how if you know about that character Super Saiyan Goku, then you know how that strain is.
Superpower.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
It's,
superpower.
it's gonna knock you out regardless.
On
You might try
everything.
to pit it out. As soon as you light it up again, it's gonna hit the same way. Your
Mhm.
scouter might break because you thought you could have breather. No, we on your ass.
On everything.
We on your
That should
ass.
be a subheading right there. Train
Yeah.
smoke. We on you
Oh
ass.
man.
That still kind of that kind of go like with my first impressions of it, because it's like I'm looking at train smoke. You know what I'm saying? You look at like some of the OG trains. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker stay smoking, and it's finna get you to where you going.
For
On
sure.
You know what I'm
everything.
saying? So I got that power right here. And now what you saying right here? You know what I'm saying? Goku finna boom pow your ass.
Makes
No.
sense. It
And I
makes sense.
and I
It's
like
like
the
a motherfucker.
packaging. I
You
like
know that's what he
the
gonna do to you
Man.
for sure.
right. I like the artwork on the packaging too.
No, I appreciate
Like
that,
it's
C
super
Pop.
dope.
You gotta bring it to him. You
You
know, you
Yeah.
gotta
know?
bring it to him. You gotta
And
show him the power.
yeah, and the sweatsuit is dope too though. So like your merch and stuff and doing the designs, is that something that you exclusively is hands on with, or do you have a team to help you come up with different
Yeah, let's
concepts
show the
and stuff?
sweatsuit real quick. You know, he came stepping in the merch. He
Mm-hmm.
has the hoodie with the matching pants.
Yep.
Check it
Okay.
out.
That's dope.
I
But
see you have the beanie right next to you.
so I work with a graphic designer.
Okay.
He comes up with ideas, and I more so critique him, right?
Yeah.
Because you know this designer he worked with various brands, so
Right.
he got a bunch of ideas. So you know to cater to you or to cater to your specific brand,
Right.
he needs your input.
Okay.
So my designer here come up with designs, and then we shoot them. We may go back and forth for an hour, 2-3 hours for one design,
Yeah.
I like those shirts too.
but you know it got to be right.
Yep.
It can't be like best way to smoke.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? It got to be like train smoke.
Train smoke. Yep.
So you know, sometimes we'll hit it in like 10 minutes because I've been working for a little while, so he kind of knows like you know where I want to go with my
Yeah.
creativity. So sometimes we hit it like on the money, like but this one we put together ASAP.
Yep.
This was simple, but it's fun.
Yeah.
You know, it keeps your mind going because now with the streetwear or the fashion, we should say, you want to stay relevant.
Yep.
And you know, you want to stay relevant, but you also want to stay ahead. You want to stay on what's next.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? So now you constantly watching the influencers, the social media influencers, you know, hip hop, R&B, the athletes. You get what I'm
Mhm.
saying? What do they got going on? What are their favorites? You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So, you know, it keeps you working.
Yep. For sure.
If it's not one thing, it's something else.
Yep. All the time. All the time. And as far as like with the branding and designs, we've seen some of the stuff on the screen though, but like tell us some different designs that you have.
Okay, so we may have got like maybe 5 different designs. My initial debut with the fashion my first hoodie, we actually going to revamp it because now it's considered vintage, right?
Yeah.
And then that was only like a collector's item. Team members only got that
Mhm.
one just to
Right.
see how it would go. But like Perp said, we had the train
Yeah.
with the smoke coming out of it.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? No brainer.
Yep.
So I believe we're gonna come back around with that, but we only got like maybe 5 designs, honestly,
That's right. That's
and
right.
we just push them though
Yeah.
because one thing about it, you don't want to have many things going on at one time, and you can't put a focus on one thing.
Yep.
Mhm.
For sure.
Like
I
I
dig
can
it.
distract you
Yep.
with 20 different things,
Yep.
Mhm.
but what are you really paying attention to?
Yep.
Right.
Now, if I push one or two things consistently in your face,
Yep.
that's that.
You got to pay attention.
I
to
heard of that.
Yep.
I seen that. You get what I'm saying? So right now, we still in the early stages of train smoke.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'm just one thing that I wanted to be pushed is train smoke.
Right. Right. So before Train Smoke started, were you into fashion before?
Yes.
Like designing clothes and doing different things like that?
So I wasn't more so designing clothes. I was buying clothes, right?
Right. That's where we start.
So I was spending my
That's where we
money
start.
with all the other
Everything.
brands. You get what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And then once I got wind or once I got a good word, you know what I mean? Like, hey, why don't you make your own clothes or, start, putting your name on stuff.
Yep.
Why not?
For sure.
Right.
I mean, I like fashion.
Yep.
I like to get dressed.
Yep.
Why can I put my own stuff
Wear
on?
your own shit.
You know what I mean?
You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Now I save money with
Yeah.
spending with the big brands, and I just reinvest in myself. At the same time, I make money.
Yep.
That's
I
right.
want. Can we repeat that? Like,
Yep.
I save money, invest into myself, and I make money.
Yep.
Can we get a round of applause for
For
that?
sure. For
Man.
sure.
Invest in
Yeah.
yourself.
Yep.
For sure.
Invest in
It's a
yourself.
sacrifice.
Right.
It ain't easy. You know what I mean? You could say it all day. It ain't easy though. But you just gotta have that vision, right?
Yep.
Best way to smoke.
Fact.
This ain't easy.
Hell
I know
no.
it isn't. But you guys got that vision.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You know what you're trying to attack. You know what you're trying to achieve. You just gotta stay locked in. It's gonna be them hurdles. It's gonna be
Yep.
them valleys. So you might hit 4 or 5 volleys in a row.
Man.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta keep going
Man,
though.
I'm telling
Right.
you.
But you gotta keep going.
Gotta
Because it's
keep
gonna feel
going.
good at the end though when the vision that you see come to fruition.
Yes,
You
sir.
know what I mean?
And it's
Yeah,
okay to
yeah.
pivot too, like some people think they have to stop. Like, no, just maybe pivot a little bit, see what's going like, okay, we tried one design, pivot, now let's do t-shirts, now let's do shorts, and like, okay, let's work on that. There's nothing wrong with that. And you're doing your thing too. You have pretty nice designs. You have some dope merch. I like the color scheme too,
No, I appreciate
you
that.
know.
You want to be noticed, and this color here. This is my first time putting this color together like this, but I like how it came together. Orange is excitement.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
It's happy.
Yep.
So it's bright.
Yep.
Mhm.
It wakes you up.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I love how this came together, and definitely could be on the lookout for like a limited drop of this.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Okay.
for
Nice,
sure. And then with everything though, always want to thank God.
Facts.
Mhm.
Yes.
Facts.
Always want to thank God.
Facts.
So let the people know where your limited, where they can find this limited drop when you have it.
So anything limited or anything that Train Smoke has would be on trainsmoke.net. We'll be pushing it through our Instagram page, official Train Smoke. You know what I mean? We'll give you the model shots. We'll give you the daily wears. We'll give you the daily activities. But you can click right on that link, trainsmoke.net. Yeah, we get a bunch of DMs about how to get the merch. Please just go to the website.
Yeah.
We got next day delivery. We got 2-day delivery. However you want it, we gonna get it to you.
Right.
Train Smoke.
Right.
Choo choo.
I seen
choo,
Bobby Schmurder
choo.
strolling
That's
through there,
right.
so he tried some of the Train Smoke.
Oh yeah, that artist,
Yeah.
that entertainer rather,
Yeah.
Bobby Smurder.
He's
Yeah,
like,
he's fun.
He's
His
funny
energy,
as
his energy is everything.
Yeah, that's what's up.
You know-
Yeah, I know. I be seeing him on them videos and shit
It's
though.
everything.
Did he have a specific strain that was his favorite?
Super Saiyan Goku. So I've been pushing Super Saiyan
Saiyan
Goku since the beginning, since 2021. Super Saiyan Goku been since the beginning. So
Yeah.
that Super Saiyan Goku is like everybody.
Okay.
But studying Super Saiyan Goku, right? Studying that strain, studying what they like about it.
Right.
That's how I was able to come out with 4 more.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Because it's something very particular about that strain. And that strain, as I was saying in the beginning, when we talk about the best way to smoke,
Right.
the taste.
Taste. Yeah, I'm big on the taste
So
too. Like,
now
motherfucker.
Hell
Mm.
yeah.
you got to make sure everything has that taste or better.
Mhm.
But Super Saiyan Goku, that's a
So is that the fan
That's one.
favorite right there?
yeah, that's fan favorite. You know, you can sometimes you got to push the other ones on them. Then like, oh, this is that. You get what I'm saying? But that Super Saiyan Goku, that's a no brainer. You know what I mean? That's they choosing that every time. Sometimes you got to hide it. Sometimes you got to say.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah, you got to be like, we
Yeah.
out of that one, but we got
Oh, for
these
sure.
right here,
You know what
though.
I'm saying?
Sometimes you got to do limited drives. Sometimes you just don't have it. You know, it's out of stock.
Yeah.
And that does happen, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard for a store to have everything in stock all the time, you know what I mean?
For sure. For sure.
And that's how they're able to get accustomed to the other flavors. Like, you know, at the end of the day, this is Train Smoke. You know, they gonna put out quality.
Facts. Facts.
You know what I mean? They ain't wasting nobody's time.
Yeah.
So it's great. The
Yep.
journey is great. The journey is great.
And they're on the site, you know what I'm saying? You got in there with the merch, you know what I'm saying? Where fashion meets passion. You know what I'm saying? Explain that to us.
Fashion meets passion, right? You gotta love what you do. You gotta be into what you do. But one thing about passion, before passion, is commitment.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes you could lose the passion, right?
Facts.
But if you truly committed, that passion come back. And sometimes that fire burn even longer, even higher, even stronger. So that's fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Correlated to right now, I got orange on. We happy?
Unreal.
I can see you emphasizing the colors and stuff, though. So you did you do any kind of like studying to
Yes,
learn the
sir.
difference of the colors and
Yes,
stuff?
sir. Yes,
Right,
sir. Yes, sir.
right.
Colors, you know, colors mean a lot.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You know, it's how we take things in.
Yep. Facts.
You know what I mean? And one thing, like I mentioned with this is, you notice it.
Yep.
You can't miss an orange.
Not at all.
Even if you're not trying to look.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Then, you know, you got your other colors like black, which is, you know, a neutral color. It goes with everything.
Yep.
Gray.
Yep.
But colors like orange and red, you know.
It's like,
That's
look,
like-
motherfucker.
yeah,
Yeah,
right.
like, look. Yeah.
Right.
He's like,
and
how do I
blue
feel
is
off
like
this?
inviting.
Yes,
Like,
sir. Blue
come
is
on
like-
in. You know what I'm saying?
Blue is calming, relaxing, you know.
Yep.
So, you know, but, you know, when you getting into fashion or when you getting into anything and you dealing with colors, you want to know the background. You want to know the history. You know what I mean? Just so you know exactly what you're doing. Like green, it's money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Also cannabis.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So,
And I'm gonna be honest though, like as far as on with the colors though, that's why it caught me when you said it a couple times. I heard that from Nipsey, rest in peace. I forget what book he said he
Peace,
read
Nipsey.
though. You know what I'm saying? But he said in that book it was talking about the importance of colors, and that's why when he did the Crenshaw album, it was red. You know what I mean? Because the color red is like, look, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, pay attention.
for sure.
You know what I mean? So I think that's definitely dope, especially like you said, when you get into fashion to have an understanding of like what you really getting into, what you trying to get people to, how you trying to get people to intake what you putting out.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Oh.
Right, you're not just
Yeah.
you're not
Rest
just
in peace to
focusing
Nip.
on the cannabis. Well, you are focusing on the cannabis, but the branding as a whole, it seems like you kind of have a knack for. Like, and you're saying you've done that since 2021.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, round of
Yeah.
applause for that.
So tell us somebody, you know, maybe what in fashion, you know, if you have anybody that might be inspirational to you, you know what I mean, to in your push.
Like, who would you
Ah.
run up to right now and be like, "Yo, take my hoodie, my sweatsuit combo"?
It's kind of hard, right? Because, you know, when you look at the fashion world right now, a lot of these people kind of really got their own way of doing it. They all are unique on how they put it on. But if I had to choose one person, it'd be Lil Baby.
Hmm.
It'd be Lil Baby.
I could dig it. I could dig it.
His style is unique. He puts it together. You go and see it. He gonna let you see it.
Mhm. I could dig
That's
that.
right.
I could dig that. So like, all right, we talking about since you brought up Lil Baby as far as rap. So are you a hip hop head?
Here,
Yes, sir.
here Big
Yes,
J
sir.
go.
Yeah, I always like to know, especially for the hip hop heads. So, you know, give us your top 5 rapper in your opinion, dead or alive.
Dead or alive. So in the top 5, I'm gonna go with Jules. Jules first. Then, you know,
Santana. Yeah.
I'm gonna hit you with relevancy. But they all gonna tie in. They all gonna make sense. You know, for me, it's, you know, Jay-Z,
Okay.
right? Because, you know, you still can listen to an album that he may have dropped in 96, 98,
Right.
and somehow it's happening right now,
Yeah.
right? We got the late Nipsey,
Yeah. Okay.
you know what I mean? He has wisdom. He had a lot of knowledge, you know. It was a book he read, like you mentioned, that I have read. I forget the name of it. I read many books though. I'm not too sure the name. I'm not too fond of the name. I believe it's like As a Man Thinketh or something similar to that.
Right.
It was a great book. Then you got a little baby,
Yeah. Okay.
of course. You know what I mean. If you ain't rolling with him, right?
Right.
You know he got everybody with him. You know
On
what I
everything.
mean?
Yeah.
The older guys, the younger guys. You know,
Yeah.
he keeping everybody hot. Uh, of course, you got Tupac.
Okay. Okay.
Got Tupac.
I love when I hear Pac though.
got
You know what I mean?
He was way ahead of his time, right?
Right.
You know, he 22, 23 doing movies,
Yep.
platinum albums. You know what I mean? So rest in peace to him as well. And then,
Yep.
I'm a hometown presenter. You know what I mean? We come hard. We come every time. We show Philadelphia. And, that's Meek Mill.
Right.
Mhm.
You
Yep.
get what I'm saying? That's
I can
Meek
dig
Mill.
it.
When you understand somebody grind and somebody who really works, somebody who ain't bullshitting, somebody
Right.
who ain't frauding. That guy right there, Meek Mill, she changing laws.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Facts.
saying?
I seen that. I seen
And he's
that.
from the trenches.
Yeah. That's why I got emotional in that
You
interview.
know what I mean, from the trenches.
Yep.
We don't get the opportunity to do that.
Yep.
You know what I mean? How many
Me,
people you
yeah.
know
Mm.
of us
Yep.
had, part of changing the law or was the moving force behind the law being changed?
Yep. That's real shit. That's
So,
Black history.
That's
Yeah,
Black
yeah.
history. And it's
Like
February.
a motherfucker. You know what I mean?
It's
Right.
February. So,
And
yeah,
for
that's
the
my top five. Jay-Z, Nipsey Hussle, Tupac, Lil Baby, Meek Mill.
That's a
That's
good.
hard though.
Yeah, that's unique
Right.
top five.
Depending on, you know what I'm saying, your age range, that's new, old, middle,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
East, west, south.
Mm-hmm. Combine it. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's how you run
Like
the
he
state.
said though, what
It's gonna
he
all
say?
come together at the
He be
end.
everywhere.
Yeah,
You
it's
know what I'm
gonna make
saying?
sense.
So
Right,
it makes sense.
right.
It make a lot of sense and shit though. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
That's what's up though. So like you said, you're not a heavy smoker. So
Yes, sir.
have you ever been like, all right, just say to an event or kicking it with people that blow, and they just like, man, hit the shit, man. You know
All
what I
the
mean? Like
time.
trying to put that pressure, like, man, just hit, man, just get high on your own supply this time, nigga.
No, that's all the time.
Right.
That's all the time.
Right. Do you ever fall into it though?
So it depends on what mode I'm in, right?
Right.
Like, you know how life is, right? Sometimes you really gotta be locked in onto achieving your goal.
Yeah.
And then you might have that week or two where it's like, all right, cool, I
Yeah.
can chill. All right, got these plans set up for the next 90 days because just a sidetrack, but it's still on track. You say it's a 12-month year, right? So you know how you set goals up for the year.
Mhm.
I have read a book which is called the 12-week year.
Right.
But this is something that I've been implementing into my life like the last 3 or 4 years. Like once,
Okay.
like right before I really started the brand. But when I just started recently reading this book maybe like 3 months ago, and I was like, wow. Basically, all you're doing is whatever you're trying to do in a year, you break that down to 12 weeks. So now it's like you don't have no time to not do nothing.
Right.
Every day is something that you got to do, whether
Right.
it be big or small.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? But you're working towards it. So now you chop it down into 3 months,
Right.
90 days
Mhm.
to make it seem a little easier. 90
Right.
days.
Right.
You can't lock in for 90 days to get this done.
Right.
So that's what I'm more so do. So it depends on when you catch me. If
Right.
I'm in my 90-day mode,
Right.
no.
No, at all.
But it's people that know me.
Right.
So it's like, man, if he say no, I know why he kind of saying no.
Right.
It's no disrespect, no none of
Right.
that. But
I'm in grind mode.
I'm in grind mode. I got to get something
Bottom
done.
line.
Now, if you
Right.
catch me that week or 2 weeks, and it's max 2 weeks, and it may not even be 2 weeks, right?
Right.
But I'll allow it sometimes. Yeah, we train smoking all day. I'm bringing all the train smoke.
Yeah.
I'm bringing all the papers.
On everything.
We doing
I got it, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
We doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you get those moments, and you got to enjoy them when you get them.
Yeah.
But like I said, I be on them 90-day runs. The 90-day runs. Like I'm on a 90-day run right now.
Yeah.
Right now.
And for the people that didn't hear, what was the name of that book again?
It's called the 12-week year.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna check
12
that
week
book out.
The
year.
12-week year.
Yeah.
A lot of
And
athletes use it. A bunch of people do it. Once they say, for us, the minorities, right? You want to hide something from us, you put it in the book.
Yeah.
But that was like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Now we got social media. Yeah,
Mhm.
so, basically whatever you follow and whatever your explore page is, if that's what you're doing, that's all you're gonna get.
Yeah.
My social medias, I follow businesses, I follow, influencers, and I follow the memes.
Yeah.
Sacrifices, commit to this, passion this, all that every day.
Yeah.
Because some days, some days every day not the same. Some days you're like, man, I ain't.
Yeah, for sure. Especially when you busy all day, grinding all the time, you definitely do have them days where you gotta like, you know what? Nigga, this is me day.
No, for sure.
You know what I mean?
But then when you see it, it's like, all right, cool. I gotta go ahead and get that done. I'm right there.
On the real.
Because you can be right there.
On the real.
It's so funny. Like I've in the last 5 years, I try to get into books, and then the last 2 years, I want to say like audibles have been my thing because I'm always,
Yeah.
So I'm like instead of listening to music in the car, because as much as I drive, I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere. Same thing. Like I'm always
Right.
on the go, and I'm like all that time I could be listening to some knowledge, right?
Really?
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
so once I developed that habit, my life changed completely. And I get in the same modes that you're talking about, like locked in. Like I get it like a 30-second, like I hold like for myself like a 30-day goal and like a 90-day goal and then like a 6-month goal. Like I always try to have like, you know what I'm saying? So like how you said, because you can't say you didn't have time,
Yeah.
and I'm always one who stuff has a multiple projects going on. So like, and it's like, oh, it's not that like I'm against smoking. It's just like right now, like I have 12 things on my list. I'm like, well, there's no excuse not to get this done,
Yes, ma'am.
to like, so the love is always there,
Yeah.
and the support, especially for the community, is always there. It's
Facts.
just more like this is the type of smoker I am.
Handle that business
Mhm.
first. Yeah.
Right? Handle that business,
Yep.
and then we gonna celebrate with this
With
L
that smoke and think
during that
about
two
the
weeks, and it's gonna
accomplishment.
Yeah.
You
feel
know what I mean?
amazing,
Yeah.
like, and then time and place. Some people can function like that. I'm one who can't all the time.
Yeah.
I'll be in my head the whole time,
Yeah.
you know.
You
Yeah.
got to get stuff done. And one thing that you said that you got to be big on in this life that we live in, especially when you're trying to achieve things, is habits,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
It's a book that I have read and I do reread. It's called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Stephen
got
Covey.
that book. Yeah.
I got the audible.
Yeah, that book there.
Yo, them audibles be everything,
Yeah.
yo.
That book.
Yeah.
See, I'm not a big fan of Audible only for the simple reason I don't take it in the same as I'm seeing it.
Mhm.
Right.
Like
It's
when I was in
it's different.
school, I was the type of person that I had to sit in the classroom and see what the professor was doing, what the teacher was doing. I couldn't really go back home and try to do it on my own. 'Cause I just always had a question. Like I could have been
Yeah.
right, but I want to be right, and I know this professor, this teacher, this is what he got a degree in, or this is what he do, so I know he's right.
Mm-hmm.
But now, fast forward, we got Google, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now you can instantly let me check this real fast. So, but that book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, because it has habits.
Yeah.
You gotta.
I
have
think
habits.
that's Nipsey had a list of books, and that was one of the books on his list.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that, but
Yeah.
that's a great book.
Yes, it is.
But I do know, speaking of like staying on these books though, what is it, the 12-week year?
The 12-week year.
I wanna-
12-week year.
I want to check that out because it's like Pop say, you know what I'm saying, how like you got your list, you know what I'm saying, I'm finna do this. You like if I'm in my 90-day mode,
There's
I
a
don't have those.
Well, you got to
You
listen.
know what I'm saying?
So you're effective now. Imagine if you do that.
Yeah, that's what I was getting
You're
to. You know what I'm
effective
saying?
now.
It's like not that I don't have the goals, because I have a goal set, you know what I'm saying, not meet it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get there. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't list it down like, oh, I'm finna get this, boom, checked off. Now I got this, boom, checked off. It's like I'll be winging it.
Yes,
You know what I'm
sir.
saying? But I get there. But that book sound interesting, you know what I'm saying? So I can get I just want to see a different perspective.
No, that's
The-
all it's about.
Yeah.
Different perspective, bro.
The power and intention on writing stuff down and saying it out loud is just like it's so underestimated.
Yeah.
So underestimated. And I believe there's like a kind of like a written calendar for what you're talking about, right? The 12-week year, like
Yes,
where you
ma'am.
can just fill it in. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a
Exactly what
vision
you're talking
board.
about.
Yeah, like
Vision
right by
board's
my
great.
bed and shit. I jump up and see that motherfucker with like what I gotta do and
Right.
stuff. You know what I mean? write the shit down the night before,
Yes, sir.
and then get up and be like, okay, make sure I do that. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Big ups to the productive cannabis smokers and to the ones who know their lane.
Yeah.
Like,
For sure, because you
know
can't
what I'm
make no
saying?
excuse though. Like,
Right.
especially if you trying to do something and be productive, and that's your goal. I mean,
Mhm.
fucking excuse. And if cannabis, smoking weed is gonna be your excuse, then
Right.
you really not about what you
Right.
portraying to be about. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? Like on the real.
Absolutely. You know, it's money.
Right.
It's
Mhm.
money. You gotta make a living. Make it make sense. That's all. Whatever you do, just make it make sense.
Mhm.
Don't be sitting around bullshitting.
Just make it make
You gonna look
sense.
up and shit, you done got lapped 1,000 times. You trying to figure out what's going on.
The priorities.
Priorities.
Priorities is what's going on.
CPOP priorities.
You know?
Man.
You know?
So like do you have some more designs in development now? Or everything that's out now is just what you're pushing?
Yeah, everything that's out now more so is what I'm pushing.
Gotcha.
I made this, put it in a different shape, put it in a different size, put it in a different format.
Right.
But it's gonna come at you the same way.
Same way.
It's gonna come at you the same way until I sit around somebody and where I never been and they just bring up train smoke.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You
That's
get what
a-
I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
And then when that happens,
Really.
all right, now we got work to do.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Now we
Yeah.
got work to do. We already working, but if you sit around somewhere, say we in North Dakota or something,
Yeah.
East Jablip, and they say something about train smoking, they get us talking about, oh yeah, they knew it out here.
Yep.
All right, it's time to work now.
That's a fact. That's a fact. So any of your reed strains, are they in dispensaries?
Not yet.
Okay.
We got some great business adventures lined up this year.
Let's
Some
go.
real soon, like real soon, And it's all about praying and working. Like,
Mhm.
Yep.
nobody gonna believe in you unless you give them a reason to believe in you.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's
You
a
get what
fact.
I'm saying? So I got a few contacts. You always got to follow up on contacts. Kind of send out the emails. Yeah, you got to figure it's a million of train smokes, right? It's a million brands.
Right.
So why should I choose? Why should I put your brand over on the shelf over this one?
Right.
Mhm.
So you gotta that's the adversity that you got to get through.
Right. Right.
That's
Yeah.
a challenge.
For sure. For
Speaking
sure.
speaking of that right there with like so many different brands out there, you know what I'm saying? You sound very motivated. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Like this is what I'm doing. What's your biggest motivating factor? You know what I'm saying? With all these different brands and shit coming out. Or that's out.
The drive. Because I get a chance to be around some of the big brands, right? And I'm taking my notes,
Mm-hmm.
right? I'm seeing what y'all doing. I may copy it because that's what we do. In this world, you ain't going to create nothing new.
Best
Just
form of flattery.
Innovative,
Yeah.
right? So yeah, I copy it, and then with things that they're not doing, I may do a little bit of studying why they not doing this, if it's worth doing it. So my biggest draw, like my biggest motivation is knowing that I could do it, knowing I could be right next to them, knowing they on shelves, I could be on shelves. We all got similar stories.
Facts.
Ain't like they just got picked out of the blue. Like this ain't the NBA, right? You ain't
Yeah.
getting drafted out of high school. This
Right.
the branding in general, whatever you're doing, may not just be cannabis, but branding in general. It ain't talent.
Mm-hmm.
It's work.
Facts.
It's grind.
Facts.
It's grit,
That's gonna outbeat anything. Yeah.
Mhm.
Work.
and that's what the people want
Words
to
of
see.
wisdom.
Yep.
That's what the people want to see. So
I have a question for our guest.
yes, sir.
So the fact that you were saying like you don't do a ton of smoking, but yet you do sell an actual cannabis. Does the ability to sort of know if something is really good or not, is that impacted by the fact that you don't do it regularly, or do you have a team or something that everybody sort of chimes in and says what's good, what's not good?
No, well, Solomon, I got experience, right?
Okay.
So I know what they want. I know how you could critique cannabis without smoking it. Like the people who cultivate it, the people who grow it,
Yeah.
they don't smoke it, but they know what they growing.
Mhm.
They know the value of their plant. I know what I'm looking for. So you want like the structure, the trichomes. How is it trimmed? Like basically, how is the plant cared
Oh,
for?
breakdown.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying, and that'll tell you everything.
Okay.
And then once you get it, you got them people around you. Hey, try this out. Even though you already know what it is, you just want to get their reaction. And when you get that reaction, like, a Kool-Aid joint ear to ear, you know what it is.
On the real.
It's a winner.
On the real.
Got you.
Well, I should say they are consistent
Right.
with the strands.
Okay.
Because that's the biggest thing behind pushing a cannabis brand.
Yes.
You have to be locked in with a cultivator who has these strands day in and day out. Now, don't get me wrong, it is a plant.
Right.
So a plant that's grown now may not be the same plant that's grown 6 months from now.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the same strain, right?
Same DNA.
So it could be a little lighter, it could be a little darker.
Right.
The nose could be a little off. The nose could be a little harder. But it's the same DNA. It's the same plant. It's the same seed, So, you just got to, have a great team. You got to have great business partners.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Speaking of like, the cultivation, and by you being a man of many places, is Train Smoke, is it West Coast grown?
For sure. For sure. For sure.
So yeah. That's why everybody
For
getting
sure.
that.
For sure.
What's that?
I mean,
word?
ain't nobody.
Pow.
That go cool. Yeah.
Ain't nobody, I can't say ain't nobody because, everybody can be matched. Everybody can be outdone.
But come
You
on.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kobe did it to Mike. LeBron did it to Kobe. RIP to Kobe. That's just the game. It's
Yeah.
going to last longer.
Statue dope though. I like that
Mhm.
statue.
For
Yeah.
sure,
Right.
for sure, for
Yeah.
sure. So,
Yeah.
no.
That's right.
On everything.
It gotta be licensed. It gotta be stamped, right? It gotta have that R&D testing. And for the people who understand what I'm talking about, know what I'm talking about.
Right. So that's dope, actually.
Yeah.
So all your product is lab tested and shit.
Yeah, licensed facility.
That's dope.
This ain't no
That's
house.
dope. Look.
This ain't no house grown stuff.
Yeah, that's good shit though, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's something to be proud of though, because not a lot of brands can say that.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
Not a lot of brands could be like,
Yeah.
oh, my shit tested. We was just talking about that.
Yeah, really though, because I just came across an article. I think I want to say Massachusetts.
Yep, it was.
You know what I'm saying? That like their cannabis industry is billions up
For sure.
off of lab tested though. You know what I'm saying?
Medical.
Their customers, their consumers, you know what I'm saying? They don't want old Johnny up the street.
Mhm.
They're like, I want to go and get that lab tested stuff, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm finna go coupowed somewhere.
On
You know what I'm
everything.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
that's good. That's good. I like that.
Yep. Yep. Hell yeah.
Big up to
So what's next for Train Smoke?
Worldwide.
Oh, not just
That's it.
worldwide. He said.
Worldwide. Yeah. You know what I mean? If them spaceships start working right,
Shit. Out of this world.
we're gonna start planet hopping.
Yeah.
But right now, worldwide, that's what's next. We working until we running the globe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Want to be a globe runner.
How big is your team right now?
The team there's a few of us.
Okay.
There's a few solid partners.
Yeah.
That's right.
And sometimes they ain't really the team. It's just how bad you really want it.
Mm-hmm.
What are
Gotta
you
dig
What
it.
are you willing to sacrifice?
Mm-hmm.
Because you're gonna have sleepless nights. You're gonna have days where you might get a 10-minute nap. But
Man.
when you got them habits, as C Pop said, and you got them notes, and you trying to check it off. Excuse me, I'll catch up on sleep later. But no,
Absolutely.
Train Smoke has a few solid partners. We looking to grow, always looking to grow, But it is some requirements that have to be met. And one of those requirements is grind.
Mm-hmm.
Grind.
Taking it day by
Grind.
day.
Mm-hmm. So like with the vision being like worldwide. So I know your goal is to, get your strains into shops and stuff.
Yes, sir.
So do you follow along with the different laws and shit and like what's going on right now with the descheduling, rescheduling, and like what are they gonna like do with this shit?
Absolutely. Like, I'm on that every day because these cannabis, these marijuana laws is changing every day.
Right.
Different states is opening up for retail, not only medical. So you gotta stay on that because that's how far you can go.
Yep.
White market legally.
That's the best way because
You get
I
what I'm
mean that's
saying? So you always want to try to whatever law is changing in any state, you want to build that, you want to bridge that gap, you want to build that relationship. Who got something going on there? How can I connect with them? You know, we like minded. I don't got no hidden agenda, so I don't got no ulterior motives.
Right.
You know,
Right.
I'm trying to do business.
Right.
Let's see how we can figure it out.
Yep.
We're excited for you. You're doing
Collaborating.
Yeah, yeah.
Key word.
right. Collaborate. Talk about collaborating. When I say he not ran down on me, but he was like, "So what's up with the interview right now?"
Right.
When I tell you he was about it, like,
Nigga having right now.
you can tell me the dates right now. I was like, oh, okay. We're gonna have to figure this out right now.
Everything. And that's how
I
it's supposed
respect
to
the
be.
hustle,
Yeah.
right? He
Yep.
was like, I came to work. What's up? Okay, respect. Am I lying?
No, that's exactly. I
Uh.
can't work. I can't work. She's like, yeah, you know, we do the best way to smoke. You know, tell us the best way to smoke. Cool, we do that. You know, I'm right at it. I'm like, well, you know, what else you got going on? Well, you know, we do interviews. You got a podcast. Cool, let's set it up right now.
Yep.
You know, I know I got a tight schedule.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? So,
Yep.
you know, I'm just trying to lock it in. You know, that's the 12-week plan that we going back to, right? You know what I mean?
Right.
You want to have March, April, May, figured out, June, July. You know, when you look up, you got a whole calendar of things to do for the year.
Mm-hmm.
Then you worry about next year.
Yep.
On top of the little things in between that you are doing consistently.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's about, you know, filling that calendar up.
Having that plan.
Knowing that you can wake up, but that's what keeps you going when you wake up.
Yep.
I got this to do today.
Yep.
No matter how you feeling.
Mhm,
Let me go ahead and jump in the water. Cold water real fast, drink a cold water, wash up in cold water, wake up,
And let Bennett.
get a coffee.
Mhm.
Man.
Let's do it.
Yep.
Let's do it.
Yep.
Look, listening to you speak, you know what I'm saying, within your journey, just period. You know what I'm saying? Do you feel as if you met your best version of Train Smoke?
No, and that's a hell of a question, because you know it is them days where you know what you're doing, right?
Mhm.
You know to yourself what you're doing. You know the obstacles that you have gotten over. You know things that you have gotten through that you know you didn't know how you was going to get through it, but you know that was God.
Mhm.
And then, you know, knowing that that's God, it's like, I ain't did nothing yet. I ain't nowhere near I want to be. I definitely could be like 1,000 times past this person that I am today.
A series of
Mhm.
humbling events.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Series
love
of
that.
humbling events.
I like that answer because it's like the day and age that we in right now, and it's like you're gonna constantly be learning whatever lane that you in, whether it's fashion, cultivation, drawing, you know what I'm saying, cutting hair, or whatever the hell. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna learn something new tomorrow,
Absolutely.
a couple years from now. You know what I'm saying? And it's like we constantly growing, man. It's always something out there to learn.
But you got to be willing to accept that, right?
Mhm.
Right.
Some people don't want to do that work.
Yep.
But that's really work.
Right.
Like,
Yep.
you know, we mentioned earlier, that's what Google is for. If I don't know something, you know what I mean? You may shoot about it.
Yeah.
I'm going to find out exactly
On the Google. Yep.
what is it.
Yeah.
Google is robot. Because it only take,
Yeah.
2 seconds, type it up. They're going to have like a little paraphrase, trying to know what you're trying to talk about. Oh, that's that.
Yeah.
For real though.
Now I know how to really have this conversation with you now.
Yep.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
That easy. It's that
And
easy.
that's networking. Like a lot of rooms I've been, a lot of meetings I have, you know, something, you know, some language may be used that, you know, I'm not familiar with.
Mhm.
Let me take a couple seconds, see what's going on. Oh, that's what that is. All right, cool. Now I'll shoot back to the conversation. Now the conversation has went 10 times past where it was, because now I know a little more.
Yeah.
In 5 seconds, I just said a few
Yeah.
words that wake the people up. Oh, this
Mhm.
guy knows something.
Mhm.
And that's all it is. You know what I'm saying? Just knowing a little something to get you to know a
Yes.
whole lot of something.
A long time
Man.
ago,
And
was one thing I said. I didn't know why I was saying it, but I knew why I was saying it. This was like over 10, 15 years ago. It's always good to know a little bit about a lot.
Mm. That's real.
And I ain't know too much then, right? Fast forward now, I'll be all over everything. I'm like, just let me know what that mean real fast, because I know how powerful this is
Mm-hmm.
in this room.
Yeah. You can
Yeah,
talk about
yeah.
so many different things, touch on a lot of different
Whether it's
subjects.
history, whether it's politics, you know, you got to stay current. You got to stay relevant. You got to be able to fit wherever you at.
That's
No
a
matter
lot.
Relevant,
what you look
stay
like.
current.
Doing the work, research, really being humble about it. Like I feel like this generation now is all about perfection. You got to be perfect overnight. Like,
That ain't happening.
right, that ain't happening.
And you're going to crash out trying to
Not
be
at
Right.
all.
perfect.
And like that,
Yeah.
and like imagine what that has to do to your self-esteem to like make you, and that's why nobody is consistent. They don't keep
Yeah.
going, you know,
Yeah.
there's not longevity
Yeah.
to what a lot of people are doing, or from what I see, I should say anyway, you
No,
know,
for
because there are
sure.
people who are out
Yeah.
there doing it, but like, and it's not gonna snap overnight, and you're always gonna find some way to pivot, you
Yes,
know,
ma'am.
or something you could do better. So
Yes, ma'am.
I forget exactly how the quote go, but it's like in my version of it, it's like I accept the mistakes, you know what I'm saying, that we come across.
Right.
Because without it, you're not gonna learn nothing.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you go and you thinking you just a perfectionist, everything is done, you may come across some stuff where it's like, dang, it's finna like tear you all the way down because it's like you so used to being perfect.
Perfect.
You know what I'm saying? So
Can't
the
handle it.
mistakes, you know what I'm saying? You embrace those mistakes. Don't look at it as if it's something bad. You know what I'm saying? You failed. Look at it as a straight up learning lesson. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
next time, you know what I'm saying, this hurdle come, I'm finna leap over this motherfucker.
I already know what's coming.
You know?
I'm not even going to leap over. It's going like this.
You know what I'm saying?
Everything.
I ain't got
Oh,
better energy
really?
jumping over it. Let's go.
On
You
the
know what I'm
real.
saying?
Right.
It's been a lot of jewels dropped today. You know what I mean? So, like, just say somebody coming up in the cannabis industry and in the fashion industry, like, what kind of advice would you give them?
Don't let up. Don't quit. Keep going.
Mm-hmm.
That's in the lamest, simplest.
Simple as a motherfucker. Keep going.
man.
Keep going.
Don't stop. Keep going.
Yeah, you don't understand that, man. I don't know.
I don't know what's wrong.
Sometimes you may say things that people don't get. So, the pit is simple, the pit is lame. Keep
Keep
going.
going. Keep going.
You're going to run into that same wall maybe 10 times before you wake up. Like, man, I got to go around this way.
Mm-hmm.
But that's
Man.
the journey.
Oh, the door might be closed, but the
Dirty.
window open.
The window open.
You know what I'm saying?
It's cracked. Go ahead and slide in. You know what I mean?
Man.
That's a fact. Keep going, man. Keep
Keep
going.
going.
Keep
Man,
going.
that's dope. That's dope. So I heard you told the people what's next. Tell them again, like, what's next for Train Smoke?
We can find us on Instagram at Official Train Smoke. Our website, if you want that fashion, that streetwear, that comfort wear, trainsmoke.net. Keep watching, man. We about to run a globe. About to run a globe.
That's right.
That's
We
right.
about to run a globe.
That's right. That's what I'm talking about right there, man. And yeah, we definitely supporters of it, man. And anything you have coming up next, new after everything that's going on, man, we definitely have you back on.
Right.
To talk about that. And this was definitely a dope show because it was a lot of jewels dropped, though.
A lot of jewels dropped. Don't let none of those go over your head.
Yep.
A lot of jewels dropped for sure. Hard work, staying consistent, getting to it. There ain't no failures, just lessons learned.
Man.
Respect all of it. Thank you for hopping on for sure.
Yes, thank you. Thank y'all for the invite. I appreciate it. Definitely looking forward to many more.
Yep.
And, let's do it.
For sure.
You already know it's Train Smoke. You already know Train Smoke or No Smoke. But make sure you tap in and check out Best Way to Smoke.
For sure.
right.
Appreciate that, bro.
You already know.
Yeah.
All right.
Look, we want to thank y'all for tapping in with us, man. You already know what it is. The Best Way to Smoke podcast. Big J.
Serpo Jr.
And C-Pop.
Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and go and tell a friend. Y'all always know Train Smoke is the best way to smoke.
Facts. That was dope.
I'm gonna get that shit.